there's going to be a time when this planet is uninhabitable by humans if we don't change something. It's coming. And people always talk about they're worried about the planet, save the planet. Planet's going to be fine. It's us that is in trouble. We're the ones in trouble. When I first got here, we were still sorting. You had to sort all of the recycling, and our numbers were not as high as we would have liked. After about a year, the university switched, and we were now able to do mixed recycling. And so students could throw whatever they wanted in the boxes, and that helped a lot with increasing volume. It did not, however, help with contamination. And when I speak of contamination, basically just trash in the recycling. Mm-hmm. So I think the contamination levels, we didn't do any sort of formal auditing of the recycling when I first started. We do now. And in fact, I can tell you, we kind of systematically study what is in the recycling in the halls every year. See a lot of problems with, see here, napkins, plastic bags, plastic films, styrofoam, bubble wrap, and unseparated recyclables. So plastic and metal that are put together that you can't take apart during the recycling sorting process. Those are the number one things every time we find a high amount of those things. Q-tips. Q-tips get recycled more than you would care to imagine. I don't understand why people think Q-tips are recyclable, but they are in the recycling every time we do an audit. But when we get a recycling bin full of food, for example, someone has dumped styrofoam chicken wings inside a bag of recycling, and it opened up and now there's barbecue sauce all over the place when they pull the bag out, that bag will be thrown away because they can't, it's just too contaminated, and it's the too much trash means that we're going to mess up our rate of contamination, and so we just throw it away preemptively. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to sort through all of that stuff and take anything that barbecue sauce touched out. So that's a big problem when our students are throwing trash into the recycling. It's kind of ruining the recycling for everyone else, if that makes sense, because it's forcing, in some instances, us to throw away recycling that would otherwise have been perfectly recyclable, but someone has contaminated beyond the point of being able to use those items again.
Recycling is part of a bigger picture. Okay, it's a positive thing to do. If the material is recyclable, we should be doing that. Something that's really simple, for example, though, is a coffee cup. It's a Starbucks cup or whatever, disposable coffee cup. So you have three different pieces there. You have a lid, plastic lid, which is recyclable. Then you have that cardboard sleeve, which is recyclable. And then you have the cup itself, which actually is not recyclable because it has like a vinyl film on the inside. Well, some people may, one of the things is, well, that's an educational piece. I think it's a question of, do you ask people to separate those materials? Generally what you find is either people just throw the entire thing away. They'll throw further in here. Juice bags, these are not recyclable. Like plastic bags like this can't be recycled. Plastic bags with these little food wrappers, well, this is not recyclable. Or plastic film that looks like it was wrapped around a case of drinking water. Again, any type of plastic filmy material isn't recyclable.
We look at the average weights over the fall, and the average weights for the entire fall this year compared to the entire fall last year were down. So this year in particular, every year since I've been here, they've been increasing until this year, and this year the weights are down.
They'll throw away plastic bottles, or they'll throw away newspapers. They'll throw away pizza boxes because there's some misinformation that they think that pizza boxes are not recyclable. In fact, they are.
The University of Arizona makes recycling so accessible that you can. And so it's just a matter of holding onto that plastic bottle for another 15 feet. It's a matter of when you're in an academic building. It's a matter of when you take your trash out in the residence halls, the recycling's right next to it. So just pulling it out and tossing it in. We try and make it as easy as possible. But people still aren't willing to do it. And it is so frustrating. It's really about save the people, not necessarily save the environment. And so if we want to be around, if we want our children and our children's children to have a place to live and to be able to live, we have to change some things. And recycling is a really easy way to start.